Soaring to the skies, Darling Zeref's here, back with another video. This video is what if Deku was Zeref and had the spriggan 12? I promise some few people, I mentioned it before in my what if Deku was a Todoroki and had Naruto Dragon's powers. I mentioned it before about them not being villains, heroes, or vigilante. In the way he's gonna say it is gonna be change. Well, yeah, it's basically is change. Yeah, you have no goddamn idea how much time it took me to get all this information about every single member of the Spriggan 12 and their powers too. I just used them. I just used their magic name as their quirk name. Simple as that. Didn't have to think of anything since it's kind of the same thing. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can never get sick of this picture. Look at that. Look at that black magic all coming in there. I had no idea that Zeref magic was actually black magic. I thought it was dying magic. He also knows living magic. I thought he used cursed magic to bring those things to life. Yeah, seriously. Do what ifs, you get lots of information. Talk about doing what ifs. One of my what ifs inspired a person to do what ifs. So I'm happy about that. Oh yeah, and thank you for getting me to 500 subscribers. Seriously. I'm gonna be posting this one and then what if Deku's brother was in the military today? Then tomorrow I'll be posting what if Deku was a Todoroki, and then after that is what if Deku was had an half and half quirk, because I need to post a lot of videos. I might post Natsu and half and half quirk on the same day so that I can post more videos. So you have to respond quickly to this. Seriously, comment down, because I'm going to ask you to choose the ship. And no, before you ask, it's not anyone. You can't choose anyone from My Hero. You have to choose from within the Spriggan 12. Yeah, you have to choose the girls in the Spriggan 12. You can choose whichever one you want. The one which gets the most like by. Since I'm posting two tomorrow. Tomorrow is when? Let's see. Tomorrow is. Today is Tuesday. So, by Thursday. Yeah, you have until Thursday. Okay, so I should stop talking like an idiot and actually get into this what if and explain how Izuku will give up the idea about being a hero and all that. Yeah. Okay. And when you turn to the side of villainy, you could call it villainy, but you can also call it heroism, non-vigilantism. See, this is why I said he's gonna be changed. Oh, okay. Let's get back into it. So, start off with a young Izuku. Izuku knew things he shouldn't knew. Like, the world is not unfair. Many different things happen. Some people lose their family. Some people get murdered. Some raped. Some abused, neglected, insulted, physically, mentally, socially, verbally, psychologically, cyberly, lots of abuse. bullied. Yeah, natural disasters, all that stuff. He knew that if he wanted to be a hero, he had to be ready for all this stuff because he knew that the world is never fair. He knew that not everyone was born equal. Some people had quirks, while others were normal. Even though these people were normal, they were treated like a diseased, bullied, outcast, isolated, treated like trash. He wanted to change the view of people to see that quirkless people are actually people, not the trash they can just step on to make themselves feel better. Mm, bullies. Okay, I'm going to tell you this now. If you're getting bullied, it's either because the person who's bullying you is going through something, or they're just a fucked up ass of a motherfucker. Yeah. I handled a few bullies in my day. I'm talking like an old man. Oh yeah, yeah. This is what this is what I get. Should have never talked about. Now I know how my grandpa feels. Oh man, gotta give the man respect. Okay, back to what it. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna check off anymore. So yeah, let's get back in. So Izuku knew that he wouldn't, if he got a quirk, he would need to rely not solely on the quirk, but on his but on his fighting, smarts, tactical thinking, mobility, reflexes, all those things. So, so he started preparing, reading, learning, so that when he got his quirk, everything would be fine. So that he can save people. So that so that people won't have to lose anyone. So he's now 4 years old. They're going to the quack doctor. They go in, they sit, doctor comes, different doctor, not the doctor which was in canon. And sorry, not sorry, because if you are My Hero fan, then you should have read the manga and not wasted your time waiting for the anime when we probably don't even know when it's gonna come out. So yeah, the doctor works for One for All, helped him steal quirks, build normals, helped Shigaraki with his old thing. Yeah, but I have to admit, the way the war ended was cool-ish. I knew I knew Dabi had to be Toya Todoroki. And what was with Bakugo? That hero name was trash. Gave such a dramatic entrance. I thought it was something so cool. Then I looked. I'm like, you fuck. Oh, anyway, as I was saying, the doctor works for all, but that's not the doctor which Izuku's going to. So yeah. So okay. So the doctor's running tests, checking what the quirk does, how to materialize it, all that stuff and on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then he comes back and tells Inko to let Izuku step up for a moment. And then he says, "Ma'am, your son has a pretty powerful quirk." Hmm? Okay, I just wanted to tell you this. Izuku inherited the black hair, black eyes from his father. We don't know how it looks like, so yeah, in the story. People say it's all for all for one. might actually make a good sense. Wanted to protect his family, left. But why steal your own kid's quirk? Seriously, dude. That's just messed up. Okay. He says that your son has a pretty powerful quirk. His quirk can control over life and death. Because I just found out that Zeref's magic can control life and death. Things you learn, right? Things you learn. Saying that you should be extremely careful and helping keep in a calm state of mind because the power reacts to his emotions. If his emotions spike, things might go haywire. She took that to heart. She understood. And yeah. And here comes the sad part. I'm sorry, best mom. But yeah. So, Izuku, and Inko walk into the car. They're getting into the car. They're driving. Then a villain attack just coincidentally happens. Yay! And by this moment, you should have noticed what I'm about to do. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor lad. So yeah, let's get to it. So he's so a villain attack happened, crashed the front of the car. Then Ingo unbuckles Zuko's seatbelt and hers, pulls him out of the car. They were able to escape. Ingo says he should hide, and when she hides him, the villain takes her hostage. Izuku sees what's happening. He wants to try and go and help his mom, but then she nods her head no. He says it whispers that a hero might come. So that at that second, a hero does come. I don't know. Okay, had to go for some time. Mother called. So yeah. Okay. Had to see what the problem was. My mom was looking for a key. Okay. So yeah. She's taken. Hero comes. Hand over the woman, villain. Or you just hand over the woman, villain. No. Step away or else she dies. He says as his hand turns into a gun. And Izuku, at this moment, thinks that the hero is going to leave the villain to escape and let his mom be free. But instead of doing that, he actually charges at the villain. And actually charges at the villain. And the villain shoots Inko in the head. The hero doesn't even stop. He just uses his fire quirk, yeah. A fire hero uses fire quirk, doesn't even care about Inko's body, and punches the guy with the fire fist, which also scorches Inko's face, burns it, and all that stuff. Yeah. Izuku at this moment sees something which he never thought would happen. A hero that didn't care about people. And he heard the hero say, "Ah, I can just blame the kill on the villain. I don't really want to get a decrease in my pay." He says as he takes a villain and Inko's body. Izuku at that moment realized that hero didn't care about the people. All he cared about was fame and the money. Never cared about anything else. So yeah, Izuku ran. He ran as fast as he could, thoughts running through his head. Why? Why would a hero do that? Aren't heroes supposed to be good? Isn't it the villains just supposed to do things like this? But I'm sure that was a hero. But that because of the hero, my mom got killed. No. He's just crying as he runs into a forest. He sits there on the log, thinking about what the hero did, remembering what the hero said. I can just blame it on the villain and say that it was him who caused this casualty. Don't really want to get a decrease in my pay. And those words ring into his mind. Decrease in my pay, decrease in my pay, decrease in my pay. And he gets mad. As this happens, something black swirly flames erupt from his body and then spread out. And with that, it kills the grass and the trees nearby. Zuko sees this and tries to keep calm as he thinks, what is he going to do now? His mom's dead. His father, man, that dude just died a long time ago. He doesn't know he doesn't have any relatives to stay with. His grandmother, grandfather on both sides are dead. So he really doesn't have anywhere to stay. Then he sighs, saying that he should find somewhere to sleep in this forest. That's what he does. He finds a cave. He picks up leaves, twigs, builds builds a twig wall to block it so that no animals like bears, wolves, whatever is in that forest. Because I really don't know and don't give a damn about what animals are in that forest. So then, yeah, that's all he cares about. That's what he's doing right now. As he's doing this, it keeps on playing into his mind when he would go to shops with his mom, when he saw certain heroes doing the exact same thing as that hero did, only caring about the fame and the money and not anything else. Then he came to a realization that there are no actual heroes. There are no actual heroes. They're just people who pretend to be heroes for the money. Here, these people who say they're heroes are all fake. They're just as worse as the villains. Then Izuku says in his mind, I'll train as hard as possible to get as strong as possible, to be as strong as possible. I won't be a hero. I won't be a villain. I won't be a vigilante. I'll be the change this world needs so that no one has to suffer through the same pain which I experienced from these fake heroes, villains, and vigilantes harming the innocence of the civilians here who are trying to live in their peace. This all started with the government, and the government caused the hero society to be, and the hero society caused more villains to react, and then the more villains that react, the more people lost their families, the more people wanted revenge, causing vigilantes. It all just starts an endless cycle going on forever. This is a cycle which shall never be broken if there's no change. There's then Izuku looks up. He sees there's a patch up in the ceiling of the of the cave, and then he sees a shooting star go by. He says, "I wish to be that change." And yeah, that's where we go. And if you're wondering about Baku, Mitsuki Bakugo and Katsuki Bakugo, yeah, I'm just gonna say they were not friends. Katsuki and Suku still did go to the same elementary school, just they weren't close because their mothers weren't friends and all that. And by the time he actually sees Izuku again, I doubt he can remember him since it was only the first day of school and now he didn't see him again, so it's probably it's probably so that he already forgot. During these years, Izuku would train in using his death and life magic. His mother was telling him while they were while they were driving, that he has to stay calm and concentrate, else his quirk will go haywire. He didn't only practice his quirk, but also his body. He looked frail, but if you actually took a closer look, you'd see that his body was well toned and was very muscular. Not muscular as it is to look so gross, ooh, but muscular where it is like a god's body. Yeah, let's just say that. A god's body. A Greek, a sculpture carved by the gods. Yeah, he trained. He trained in his reflexes, his strategies, his tech, technological thinking, his tactics, all that. While he was roaming, while he was roaming, he would see there was. What age should I make this be? Let's say 10. Yeah, let's make it 10. So Izuku has been living in the forest for about 6 years now. He goes into the city. He wears something like this. He wears something like this. He wears something like this. And he sees a girl getting attacked. A girl and her mother getting attacked by this group of thugs. The thugs kill the mother and want to RAPE. I'm doing this in case there are any kids who watch this, but if you watch anime, you're probably older than 13, maybe 12, 11, who knows. But by that time, yeah, I think you would know what this is. So yeah, but just in case kids stumble upon this, yeah. So yeah, he sees they're about to, do it to the woman and then take the girl. But then Izuku steps in and uses his death magic, not caring about these people's sins. He says, "You've committed a sin. Now repent." As he moves his hands in a circle, and then his hands reach each other with both index and middle finger sticking out on both hands. You know, the way Zeref does it. And then, like how he was facing Hades. Yeah. And then as circle appears, magical circle appears, and then they're covered by this black smoke, fire, whatever thing, and they wrinkle, and then they're dead. Simple as that. Izuku then looks at the dead mom. Then he says, "I'm sorry I was late. I'm sorry I was late. I couldn't save your mom." The girl says, "No, it's okay. As long as you saved her from what those animals were about to do to her." Then Izuku says, "Do you have any family so that I can call them and I can get you some help?" It was just me and my mom." "Is that so? Okay. I could take you to an orphanage. Are there any orphanages near here?" "Not that I know of." Hmm. Well then, since it would take a long time to find an orphanage, and I think you would want to bury your mother as quick as possible," he says, as a white light surrounds the mother's body as it's floating in the air. He says, "You can stay with me for as long as you need to. If that's okay with you." "Yeah, it's fine. Thanks for helping me anyway." "Don't thank me. It's just what I have to do. There wouldn't be any hero coming, and a vigilante would just leave it alone since it didn't cause too much trouble seeing murder happen. That's why I took action." As they're walking, as Izuku says, "I never got your name." It's it's My name's Irene." "Well then, I guess I should tell you my name," says with a smile, just like the smile right here. Wait, maybe the smile. Yeah. "Name's Zeref." As Izuku decided to change his name so that people wouldn't recognize him. "Zeref, huh? Any last name?" "Dragneel." So, mind explaining how you have no extra family to go to?" "Well, you see, my mom had me at a young age. Her parents wanted an abortion, but uh, she didn't want to take away a life when you are not even born yet." Yeah. Her parents cut all connections with her, and she married my father. But then when he died in a car accident, his parents stopped helping her, and we lost connection with everything. She had to start doing extra jobs just to provide for us. I see. Then why don't we give your mother the most, the most greatest of all burials, just to show how much of a good woman she was in her life? Yeah, I guess you're right. She says as she wipes some tears as they make it to a forest lodge. As she sees the lodge, she says, "Wow, nice house you got here. Who do you live with?" "Just me." "Just you? Where are your parents?" "Father died when I was 2. Mother died when I was 4 from a villain attack." "Ah, I'm so sorry. But at least the hero got the villain right." "That hero was no hero." "Hmm. What do you mean?" "That hero was a fake hero. He could have saved my mom if he just let the villain escape and then go and capture him when my mom was safe. But instead, he endangered her life by rushing in like an idiot. He used his flame quirk and didn't even care if my mom's body got scorched. That that was no hero that day. That day is the day I realized there are no heroes in this society, because the heroes are just the villains who do the job, who follow the law of using a quirk with a license just to get fame and the money, while the villains do it breaking the law and without any authorization, just like the vigilantes. That's why I've been training hard as I could ever do, so that I can be the change, so that no one has to suffer this fate as I did, having hope that a hero would save your loved one, but in the end, he was the one who made your loved one go away," said as he walked in. "I'll get the tools. You'll place your mother down softly. I'll get the tools and then we'll start taking up a hole for her burial. Understand?" Mm. She says as he goes in. She thinks he must have lived a really hard life, but to be still be able to smile like that even after all that happened, he must really have a strong will. As Izuku comes back, as they start taking, as Izuku makes small chat. "So, what is your quirk anyway?" "Oh, yeah. My quirk is called..." Let me just check. My quirk is called World Reconstruction. World Reconstruction. What does that do? Well, it gives me several abilities, such as I'm able to enchant myself, give myself strength. I have a power of dragon. I can do something with my eye to be able to see a larger area. And yeah, I can do lots of enchantments, but so far I can only do low enchantments. My mother was able to do mid enchantments. Our family had lots of enchanters during our time, so I'm able to use low, middle, high. But my mom said that the only reason why aren't able to do anymore is because I don't practice much, since I have to take care of the house and she works overtime. I understand. Well then, how about if I train you? Hmm? I was saying, how about if I train you? This way, if I train you, you join me in my onslaught to help and to protect people from feeling what we've experienced. You've single handedly experienced seeing your mother die by those thugs. So, what do you say? Will you help me rid the world of evil and those fakes who call themselves heroes? Izuku says with a smile. She looks at him and says, "It was sad seeing my mother go, and just thinking about a kid younger than me seeing their parent die in front of them." She looks up and as Izuku has his hand out, she says, "I'll join. I'll join to make sure no one feels the same way I felt when when I when I saw my mother die." Then Irene, welcome as the first member to the new future. You as the first member of the Spriggan 12. Tin, 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 tin. I'm ending it off here. Nope, I'm not. I want to go more. Yeah, it's gonna take a shitload of time for it to load and all that, but who cares, right? Okay, so now it's time to meet his second member, as he was busy training Eileen in further building her energy to use to use her enchantments and her world reconstruction quirk. An old man came by. I bet you all know this old man being August, the right hand man of Zeref. Oh, as we all know him, his son, Zeref's son. But in this one, he's not Zeref's son. Okay? And then he's walking through the forest and all that. And then he hears a commotion. He goes there to see what's happening. He sees that Irene's busy practicing her magic as he's sitting on a boulder just watching her do it. He says, "Try harder. You need more practice if you want to get more powerful and more skilled in using your enchantments." Understand, Zeref? As as she keeps on practicing, as Izuku says, "Whoever's there, I'll I'll say come out now before something bad happens." He says as he focuses in on that person with a glare like this. This is the kind of glare which he's giving the person, and then out comes out this guy. I see the young fellow was able to sense me. It's not that hard when you're not trying to hide your presence. Well, if you believe that, then it just shows how time has done me no good. As you see, as I was using something to conceal me. I see you're practicing magic. You're practicing your magic. What do you mean magic? The thing which you're doing right here, right now. Don't you feel it? The energy within you? But I thought this was a quirk. Oh, it's not those things which people call quirks. This world used to be a world of magic. Wait. Let's wait there before you give us this long story. Irene, hmm? You can stop for today. Come here and listen to this old man. Okay. So where did I stop? This world was full of magic. Magic was prominent everywhere. People could use it. Even if it was in the littlest of ways, people were happy. There were these things called guilds. These guilds would be a bunch of people coming together, joining together to fight off monsters, bandits, evil doing people for money, as well as protecting people for money. So they as they would treat each other as family in those guilds. As time passed, magic soon got forgotten, but the energy still stayed. As time passed on, that energy went into a certain cell, and that cell morphified into the cell, the gene which we know as the quirk gene today. The quirk gene that gives people their quirks. It's fair to say that not no one's quirkless, because every quirkless person can use one type of magic, but I can use different kinds of magic. Yes, that's because of how much magic you have. I see your point. And how would you know all this information? Well, I do have magic myself. I've studied any type of magic I could come across on in my life. Don't mistake me for don't mistake me for weak just because of my old age. I can feel a powerful aura come from you. So there's no way I would say that you're weak. Oh well then, I'll take my leave. Wait a minute, Izuku says as he turns around. As Izuku says, how about you join us? Hmm? I want to form a group that will protect the citizens from vigilantes, villains, and fake heroes. Because these fake heroes do as much damage as the villains, as the vigilantes do nothing but cause chaos even more. So will you join me and Irene as my second in command, my right hand man? Help me build a strong group so that we can protect the innocent, the weak, and strive for a better tomorrow. So August, would you join me? Would you join in to the Spriggans? You give a well thought answer, kid. I've spent many years traveling, so why not settle down in one place and help you and your fellows get stronger and see this great change you talk about before I pass? In a long time before I do that. hmm. And even then, I could just give you a little bit of a life force. Hmm? My magic, he says, as white is on in the left palm, as dark is in the right palm, is life and death. I'm able to control both. I couldn't save Irene's mothers because It took me a few minutes to get there, and I couldn't the little give her a little bit of life so that she could heal up. So she died. So I ask you, will you help me and her get stronger so that this never happens to any other person? Such a remarkable cause. The same thing did too happen to my mother. Murdered and accused for a crime she did not do. So I see your reasoning in doing this. So I shall join you in this onslaught in changing the world into a better tomorrow and a brighter future for the children. Then, August, welcome to my spriggans. It's a pleasure to join as they shake hands. And that's where I'm going to be ending it off. So, thank you for reading, for watching, and hope you subscribe, like, and share this with your friends if you think they'll enjoy it. Doesn't really matter to me. Well, Dawn Wings, flying off. Baby.